Scar Legends, firing up the MI Gamma. So one sitting on top at the moment. It's an 80 watt Australian made head, boosting it with an American pedal, high wind amplification Direwolf. Google that one if you want to check that one out. I think he's still making them. He's just releasing a new amp at the moment, high wind amplification. So that's only like a mid gain setting with a boost pedal. What's up, Steven? Where is your long hair? It's not true a short hairstyle. Alright. No worries, mate. old tape record. I did like into a stereo years ago. With like a metal zone plugged into a home stereo. I sound like I was going to blow it up, done that. A few cones and watching. C standard for the DUNN. Yep, C standard. It's a little riff that I'm going to tab out. Probably the next lesson is the this one. Can you slow down and play a doom riff? What's even doom? Is that like... Heard that one again. But don't worry about the covers. I'll mess them up because I don't play them that often. No, not in a band, mate. Just play for fun. Just like to riff out after work, have a bit of fun, chill. Just relaxes me like smashing out riffs. I'm pretty not the best with covers, mate, so you just get your half-fast noodles. If you like 2-minute noodles, you're in the right place. But yeah, don't really smash out that many covers. I like take parts from them, like, you know, when I think of deicide, it's riffs like, you know. How would it be? Something. Yeah, 8:54. This is definitely going to be a quick one, so I'm jumping off pretty soon. Grab a bit of water. It's pretty red out here. Yeah, I just like noodles. Noodling around, playing riffs, mucking around. You know, you can always get your tremolo pick and crack. Share up a bit more. Why got so bassy all of a sudden? Bit more mids in that one, bit less low end, I think. No Seymour Duncans. Are they too genre specific to that metal scene? I don't want to fork out decent cash, decent wood, just for black metal. Oh, you know, like I've got a Seymour Duncan Blackout. So, you know, if you've heard enough demos and you like it, then get it. I've never tried one. Black Winter. Has it got more mids or... I know, I'm pretty sure it's a passive. What's up, Bob? Welcome to summer in Australia, mate. But yeah, I don't know. I think anything by Seymour Duncan's pretty good, mate. So I'd go for it. But yeah, you sort of know what you're gonna get. Whatever band's used it. I think they got lots of mids and treble. But you know, most amps and most boost depends what pedals you're running. There's so many variables. You know. Pretty much anything by Seymour Duncan I could make work in a humbucker. I wouldn't be alive if I didn't play. One of my favourites. So it's really the way you play the amp rather than just the, yeah, good amps and pedals, and you know, I'm using I'm running this amp here, Australian made one. I've got the Blackout, I've got a Boss EQ 200 in the loop, I've got a Direwolf boosting it to give me that massive, you know. And the gate's cracking it out. I've got the gate up there. If I turn the gate off there, if I turn the gate off, that's what I've got happening. Without the gate part, this is going to, the harmonic's going to ring hard. that's why I don't fucking play covers. Because I suck at them. Mississippi, big wheel keep on rolling, rolling on the river. Yeah, unless you play things all the time. And that's what I was trying to do, the slide thing like that. The guitar's freaking going whoop, moving. Contradiction, isn't it, Meadows? Don't make me do. Shh, don't tell anyone. I'm a hardcore death metal player, okay? Oh, far out, mate. Don't make me punish you. That is correct. Little and a smart ass. That's bad. Oh, you want that? That one's one you got to. I haven't played that in a long time, and I sort of learned it, but yeah, can't remember that. This is like a couple of covers you can remember. Like, I swear, unless you keep up on your chops, like all those ones I'm playing now are so easy because they're just minor bar chords and A minors, and they're all the ones you start off playing. But yeah, you definitely get rusty. If you don't play covers all the time, you get rusty. Mm. I just know like the covers I grew up playing, you know. And then I swear I have not played. I except doing those like things like working, like literally putting on a song and playing along with it. Man, I rarely do it. In the last probably 7 years, I don't think I've ever really done it. So, you know. So I've got where I started, and then you know. And that's why I just like noodling around, like mucking around, having fun, not being like. And that's what's good. You can write your own stuff. You like borrow from ideas or things you've heard, you know. And that's where it comes. Like I really think one thing that's, you know, even though you do death metal and stuff, it's not like it depends on the band, doesn't it? Because like Morbid Angel on some albums have got cleans. You know, they got that sort of, not on the actual song, but one song. There are some death metal, like if you think about death, because let's be real, alright, that death metal, they say, and you correct me if I'm wrong, but death metal was coined because of Chuck and Death, the band Death, and that whole era. So, you know, the band Death had songs, but it depends. Okay, well here's a question for you, right? Is death only death metal when it was their first, like the earlier records, and then once it got to the Sound of Perseverance, do you think it's no longer death metal? What are your thoughts on that one? So would you say it's all prog? So you would say when death got to that point, they weren't death metal anymore? Because like literally, I think it sounds, is it the Sound of Perseverance, maybe the song? I'm not that great with names all the time, but there's a death song that's got acoustic guitars on it. It's got like, he's doing like a strumming type of thing. So, so yeah, that's and I'm okay because that's why not everything, like when I put, you see on the channel, I don't do just, I definitely lean into the death metal pretty hard, but you know, I've been even thinking of bringing out some of that because I tell you what, having lots of distortion and doing power chords and that is a lot easier to play than having a clean sound where you got to control it and got to get, you know, like chords like, and I like chords like this now. Do a tune. So, you know, like chords like that. Bit more messed up sounding. Sounds still out in tune, but. How's that bloody in tune, mate? I'm just pushing too hard and throwing them out. So I think, you know, cleans like that, chords like that, I like them. And it definitely takes, it's a different type of playing. And every now and then, you know, I don't mind doing your traditional stuff. Well, that 200 Stab Wounds, they've got one song and they're using that. They're using that exact chord. They do that part. That's Metallica. Except they don't. They just do that though. So, but when you play it in C or the guitar's tuned down, then it's not sounding like Metallica, is it? So, a lot of that sort of stuff, you know. It even sounds weird to me, playing this stuff tuned down. Well, Metallica's one of my... I think a lot of us start off playing covers with Metallica. And then I remember a lot of I was actually just watching a documentary thing on Cannibal Corpse from Moscow in '93. And I'll tell you what, when you try and listen to it, the way it sounded live was, you could barely hear what anyone was playing. You couldn't hear the drums properly. The riffs were really, it was very muddy. And it wasn't until like once they remastered it, I can remember when I first heard Butcher to Birth, it wasn't a good recording. On tape, it sounded like mud. You couldn't decipher what was happening. You listen to it now once it's been digitally remastered, it's like different music. And you can actually hear the riffs and what they were doing. That's what I've noticed. I'm just little. Maybe it's the angle too. That's just a normal. I'm just a little man. I'm a little tiny man. So no, normal. Maybe I'll get it closer to me. Yeah, I'm not so small. But yeah, no, I'm not a big fella, mate, so it's a dinky. Yeah, or dinky. It's 24 frets, so but yeah. But I think cleans is gonna test a part of your playing. Trying to get. But then if you want to make it sound, you know, not so traditional and like all your or major chords, then you know, you just take a you know, mess with some cleans. Oh, Skinner. See, once again, like covers, I suck at covers, man. I learn it once, like, oh, what's the chords for Freebird? I remember learning that once, but yeah, I barely play them, man. Now all I do now is like whatever the cover is, whatever it is, man. They just doing you can quickly do that. Well, that's how easy it is to play covers. Like if I go, Sweet Home Alabama is a harder one. You know, you go like that, and then you go, okay, there it is there. And I'll show you that. So it's G. So yeah, there's the chords right there. So now I know it. So it's, you know. Yeah, you know. So a lot of those easy covers and all that, they're not hard to play. But it does get boring. I hardly ever play them. But sometimes I like to wind, you know, go really play. Like if you were here from the beginning, I was playing fast, and then I like to wind it down, you know, and then ramp it back up and wind it down and do all that sort of stuff. So, and that's if you notice with the channel, I'm not a covers channel. Like I don't really pride myself on doing covers. Like I think it covers are really good when you're starting off and you're trying to learn things and you sort of what should you play, how should you play, different techniques, different chord shapes. Really good thing, like your formative years, all of that sort of stuff. But it comes down to the point, like, because I've been playing, you know, for like 37 years now. It will be this year. Sometime through whenever I started when I was a kid. It was the beginning or the middle, but we'll just say 37 years. On, you know, and sometimes you push, you know, there's a period there when you're working and you're pushing hard where I didn't go that hard on it. You know. But then it gets to the point where you start off playing covers and then you especially like if I had YouTube, pinch up makes sound good clean before you put a heavy breakdown. Yeah, No, for sure. But you know, and there's a lot of, you want to play covers to get respect from people. There's a lot of, can you play this? Um, Close that. It's probably a little pause on that. It'll do. You know, a lot of it. You know, it's like, say like a band like Necrophagist, like Tech Death. That's why I never do easy tech death, because it's never going to be easy. There is no easy tech death patterns. Like tech death is hard, but that's what they, to differentiate it from old school death metal, which wasn't as hard as tech death, which is just like arpeggios and just crazy, just really, you know, you're practicing. You got to put in the hours for that, and I'm not as good as a tech death player. I got no problem saying it. Doesn't really bother me. I am what I am. Take it or leave it, eh? Like, and I think, you know, that's why I do the patterns and all that sort of stuff. And then, so the other point, what I was saying with covers, like if you're someone just starting off, I recommend covers, right? And you want to push yourself and you want to learn sort of things. But it also comes to the point where, why are you have to answer this for yourself. Like, why are you even playing the guitar? You know, if and it's all a personal journey and your own thing you want, whatever motivates you. So if you want to play covers on YouTube so people can go hell yeah and give you likes and support you and just go, there's heaps of channels like that where they'll be like, these are my top 10 Cannibal Corpse riffs, or my this or that, and you get respect for playing covers. And hey, more props to anyone. Like some of them are, there's some of these songs out there are so hard to play I can't even play them, and so that would discourage me from wanting to play, because I'm like, well, if I can't play this A, B, and C cover, and you're basically always just pushing yourself to play these covers. Now that doesn't encourage me or inspire me personally. But if, hey, like I said, if you want to chase the American Idol way of playing guitar, where you get props for playing other people's music, then, mate, be in a covers band and go around and do the, you know, do a traveling Cannibal Corpse show or whatever. Be that dude and play covers. And yeah, I think it's a bit, yeah, it doesn't do anything for me. There's just so many cover bands now, and there's just so much cover music, but that's for me. Like I said, I'm talking to someone who's going to turn 49 this year, who's been playing guitar for 37 years. I'm just like, yeah, it's not my jam. But hey, if that's your thing, then get at it. Do it. I'm not discouraging people. I'm just saying where I'm at personally. So, yeah, whatever that's worth. So, I like to just, you know, we've got some. I like. Turn the lead setting off with all that. So, I just like to, you know, if you'll play a Cannibal Corpse song and they'll have. They always have the 1/4 thing in that one. And then they'll have some tremolo picking or some gallops in between there. And that's not Cannibal Corpse there, but that's like a mix of whatever genres. Like, I don't even... To me, when I call things death metal, it's because this technique in death metal I've heard the most, when you start going. You know, so that type of tremolo picking going, because that's, I can hear the double kicks going, and they'd have something like that. So like, you know, know, obituary style like that. So that to me is what death metal is. That's when I grew up, that's sort of what it sounded like. If I wanted to do more thrash metal, then it would be like... And I probably wouldn't be in C standard. I'd get a guitar in like E flat and I'd play that. You know? If I grab me semi there. Better double check what the time is because I don't want to go too late tonight. You know, it's like tuning's also going to make a difference for how it sounds and way you play and all of that sort of stuff. And once again, this is all my idea of why I play and how I perceive guitar and you know, this my E flat guitar. So I've got a C guitar for like certain types of playing. I've got an E flat guitar. And you hear the chugs or the gallops and that become like a tighter sound. And it's good that it's got the same pickup so I can do the... You gotta put your string lube on. Love that stuff. So yeah, you got something like that. And then now we're in E flat. Hopefully it's still in tune. And I'll turn the guitar amp on. But you could even do that. You get what I mean? It's like, and they're all sort of mixed between because like some bands, their thrash metal sort of goes into death metal. It's the drums start to change, not always the guitar riffs, because you'll just go. You start to notice that too, like in a lot of thrash, like if we're talking Metallica style thrash, they're going to have that type of chord progression. Death metal's starting to get into more chromatic and what's that frickin' always diminished, which so they'll start to. You know what I mean? That sort of thing. Like, so that's when yeah. So it's they're all like it all depends, you know, what you're trying to achieve, what motivates you to, and I think that's really what it all comes down to at the end of the day, is what is motivating you to pick up the guitar and play. That's it. Bottom line, why are you even playing? And so for me, it's like doing these, coming up with these like just shapes and patterns and just sounds that I like the sound of. So if you take the diminished, which is just a half hole they call it, which means you go one fret up. It's like every time you go one fret up, you jump up 2 frets. You have a gap in between, which is a half step or a semitone, and then a tone or a whole step. And they call it the half whole scale. And that's, you can literally just go up and down the fretboard doing half whole. You know, that's using, yeah, diminish that You it does the 1/4 but in a diagonal whenever you do the diminish. That's diminished right there. So it, you know, that's when like it starts getting more death metal, by when you start using diminished and you start using chromatic a lot more and things like that. And you'll find, you know, thrash metal would, you know, be more around And that's not to say thrash doesn't use tremolo picking, but what you'll do, I think it's called a skank beat, is so when a thrash metal band is going, the drums will be going more like that. They'll use skanks in death metal sometimes, but what you started to notice was they will use double kicks more to accent that, you know, tremolo picking. And like even, you know, like Sepultura would have a song like Troops of But instead of having the double kicks go doing a half, you know, they go they got that going while that's happening, you know. That's got one of the coolest riffs. Like, you know, Arise. Fucking forgotten that whole. See, it made me want to go back and learn that stuff again. Sort of just trying to remember, how'd that one go again? But then, yeah, I just started having more fun. Yeah, and he's a good example. Like, he only uses 4 strings. Not the most complicated riffs, but there's a lot of, you know, Sepultura riffs that could step that line between death metal and thrash metal. I think it's the drums and then the vocal approach starts to separate things. Because you're always having that, you know. It's not like they don't use down picking in death metal. And go. Like, down picking's going to work in everything. So, but yeah, you get the idea with that. So I'm going to call it a night now, fellas. Like I always say when I go live, I'm like, I'll just do a quick one. Next minute, I'm on here for an hour. It's getting late here and I've got to go to work tomorrow. So, hey, go light up some riffs. I just fired up the MI. Signal chain is a we've got a Direwolf, high wind amplification Direwolf into the front end of an MI audio gamma. That's an 80 watt tube head. We've got a Boss EQ200 in the loop that's like flat across but boosting boosting some low end and like the mids and highs a little bit. Not mids, more like your high mids. So scooping that. You know, that's about it. And then just noise gates to quieten it all down. Thanks, Dirkhead. Appreciate your support, brother. But yeah, it's all about, to me, you know, I'm a collector too. I like to collect gear. I like guitar in all its forms. I don't know if you've heard of a guy called Billy Strings. Like, you know, I like to listen to Billy Strings. Thanks, Jay. Appreciate it. Like, Billy Strings is an awesome guitar player. Like, yeah, I like my Cannibal Corpse and death metal and all of that and distortion and that, but hey, listen to some like bluegrass pickers and stuff, some country pickers, man, when they're finger picking and stuff, like, man, I'm impressed by all of it. I love it all. It's more if someone's heart, I think really what I love the most is when someone's heart's in it. If you're like, if someone's into what they're playing, regardless of what level you're at, you know, just locking in with a groove, you know. I just started getting more into tremolo picking a lot more. And I like the feeling of pushing myself doing that, trying to keep that at a high BPM. Well, what I might show you is, so here's a rough, or one of the songs from the upcoming EP. So we're waiting for the vocals to be done. And I'll give you one at a rough track that we might rearrange it, because I've got getting help with some guys from Canada. So it's a manifestation. We'll do 10,000 Souls. I think it's this one. That's a Vox demo. Where's the other one? Oh, there we go. Vox demo 2. This one. Preview. So I wanted it already released, but as you can hear I'm really liking the vocals and what he's coming up with. We've got So 10,000 manifestation. Working on the third one now. So now he's only just now got to. So I had pretty much all my riffs done on my Christmas break. So by the pretty much the 2nd or 3rd of January, I'd had all my guitars recorded. Then what's happening? I've got a guy mastering it. So there's a thing called stems. You got to send it off, and he does that. The vocalist is trying. He wants to put in a really good effort, and he like writing the lyrics has taken him a while. So he's almost like writing the story as he goes. And he also works full time. He's got a wife and a child, and all of that. So yeah, we're looking at probably February or March at this point, if everything stays on track, for 5 songs. Thinking there'll be 4 with the vocals. This one here, here's Manifestation. Quick little demo of that one. I think it's this one. Let's see. I'd be keen to see it live too, mate. The DUNN channel better get to better start making serious cash if you want to see this live, because the vocalist is in Canada, so I'm in Australia. That'd take a lot of money to pull that one off. So album art, we're sort of tossing up what we're going to do with that. Yeah, and it is Spine Ranger's buddy. Yeah, on my Discord, I've got a Discord, so if you just want to go join there and you can hang out and chat. Chaos is part of the Discord. So yeah, there's a little taste. So I'm really happy. Yeah, live online could work also. So I'm really happy with how it's going at the moment. Phone's about to run out of charge, so this cuts out. My phone's just gone dead. But yeah, I'm happy with how it's going. I can smash out riffs like nothing, but trying to, like I said, the vocal performance and then the mixing, because also the guy who's doing the mastering, this is all just for love too. And he's really good at what he's doing. So that's Spine Rearranger, which that's the guy who's going to master all this. He actually, on 10,000 Souls, he did all the vocals. On Manifestation, he's done some drum reprogramming and mixed that up. So it's like a full 3-person collaborative type of effort happening. I was going to rush it out. It would have already been out by now. I just would have went, here's some riffs. I was like, have fun, slap vocals on it, just chuck it out. I don't really care type of deal. What's up, Joe? And then they were, so it's Scott and Evan. So the vocalist's name is Scott, and Evan is mixing it, doing synths, and also helping me program the drums, and he's doing all the mastering. Then we're going to send it to someone else they know who's going to do the final master on it. So that's Scott's, and I don't mind if Scott needs time to. Man, I'm so impressed with his vocal performances. I'm like, take your time, mate. It's just, if I go, where's me? If he has to take his time a bit more, then I'm cool with that. So here's the other one that he's working on. So this is number 3. So that was 2 of them you heard a little bit of. You know what I mean? I'll just give you some little teasers. You don't get to hear it all right now. But on his vocal performance, the vocal performance is right there. You know? So hey, that's song number 3. But this one, like, Evan has some ideas for another riff. I'm supposed to actually send off the stems and write another riff. But I was a bit tired today, so I'll message him and we'll get something happening. But yeah, it's hot in Australia and I've been busy at work, so yeah. So yeah, you can hear his vocals. So that's song number 3. We've got 2 done already that we're happy with. We've signed off on, and now number 3, which is first one we finished was called 10,000 Souls. We've got Manifestation. This one is called Portals to Worlds Unknown. And then I've got Finesse Vitae, which is Latin for the end of life. And that's one he's taken him a while too. That one's going to be a big effort. So yeah, I want to rush it out. I just want to be, here you go. But yeah, I'm really impressed with Scott's performance. Evan's doing all the mixing. He's really talented too. He's doing all the mastering and getting all the levels up and helping me with drum programming and teaching me how to export stems over to Canada. So it's like each individual track has stems, and then you send it to him and he starts mixing and doing all his magic and gets all the levels good. So I'm learning all of that sort of stuff, which is all new to me. And I want to eventually, I'll even just bring him on the channel or put a link to his channel and start to try to get, he's figuring out what he wants to do with his YouTube, but I want to try to get some people to know about him. If you're recording music and you want to get it mixed and mastered and all that, then Evan will be able to help you with that. He's really talented, eh? Plays, you know, like his knowledge on how to play. That's my last 10% on my phone coming there. So yeah, tabs, teacher, you know, he's a very talented guy. Writes really good riffs and songs. What's up, Liam? So like with everything, as this channel grows, if I can help out talented people and push them and get them out there too. But I think he's sort of trying to figure out what's his channel going to be about, and he can decide that and say more about that. But yeah, he can play guitar, he can do awesome vocals, he can record awesome and do mastering and teach you guitar. Like, he can do all of it. So yeah, it's been just another blessing of the channel that I've just been lucky to meet Scott and Evan. And Scott was in a band before previously, but I'm not sure. I haven't asked him exactly what happened with that, but I'm assuming you get older, he's just had a baby, and I didn't know, like, just had a baby, but he's got a child and a wife and a house he looks after and works full time. And any of us who know who have to work a 9 to 5, 5 days a week, and you know, I work 9 to 5, 5 days a week, plus I run this channel, so it doesn't leave you a lot of time to get things done. But I had the holidays and I was like, let's go. Smashed out heaps of riffs, and yeah. And I'm enjoying that part of playing guitar for me. Meeting these people, working with them, giving them ideas. And he's, you know, Scott's really enjoying it and liking the challenge. But he's very committed to like writing the lyrics isn't easy, and he wants to be, you know, have a cohesive storyline happening. So I'm cool with that. And it was from Scott's advice that he said, look, just put out something that, yeah, that's well made and well done. Because the channel's growing and I should give it the respect. Like when I put something out, put a bit of respect behind what we're doing here. It'll be under the Cerebral Obliteration name. Yeah, he's an amazing vocalist, man. I really love his style. That's why I've also leaned more into like a black metal sort of style with the minor bar chords. I feel that he's got a very, I don't know, I'm not feeling that guttural, deicide, old school death metal vibe with his vocals. So from here, when I first heard it, I was like, oh, I'm going to lean into the black metal minor bar chord sort of style. My interpretation of black metal mixed with death metal mixed with thrash metal, whatever you want to call it. Label it for me when it's done. So yeah, that's where I'm at with it. Yeah, sort of like black. You've heard what it sounded like then. Um, it's got like, yeah, Chaos is the first person to hook him up. Evan's like really talented, but I think he just has to take that first step. But I'll let him decide on his term. But he's also, it's busy too, man. It's really hard. Like when you're, you know, he's got other things, doing other projects and helping me out and doing things like, yeah. And Chaos, if you want to go part of come to my Discord and you can meet Evan, Spine Rearranger, and you can have a chat with him. And if you want him to give you some guitar lessons or help you with recording, or, you know, he's so talented, he could definitely start charging people for it. So I want to support him and help him, you know, start to try to get something out of all this hard work that he's put into his craft. So yeah, with that all being said, I'm going to get out of here right now. Go get some rest. And yeah, it's all coming along, and thanks for supporting the channel like always. Appreciate it like always. You have a good night, morning, day, wherever you are. It's getting late in Australia, so I'll see you in the next video, legends. Catch us later. How do we do this? Old man trying to use his phone.